the square wave using a 8051. Okay, so we are defining the time period of square wave, the time period or a frequency of square wave, frequency of square wave is frequency of square wave is considered 50 hertz. How many? It is considered as a 50 hertz. Okay. The first point, the first point is nothing but we have to calculate the time period for the, we have to calculate, calculate the time period of 50 hertz. How to calculate the time period for the 50 hertz? That is a very much simple. That is 1 divided by 50 hertz. Okay, the 1 divided by 50 hertz is nothing but the time period of, time period of 50 hertz. How much? 1 divided by 50. 1 divided by 50. That is nothing but 0.02. 0.02 means what? It is considered as a 20 millisecond. It is a 20 millisecond. But for the square wave, there is a on time and off time. Both are same. Both are same. Okay. So that we are consider the on time is a 10 millisecond and off time is also considered as a 10 millisecond. Have you understood this part? For the square wave, we are defining the on time period is a 10 millisecond and the off time period is also 10 millisecond. So that we are defining only one time delay or we are calculating only one time delay and we are defining the off time, only we put the loop of that particular time delay. Okay. Okay. Now, this is a on time and a off time. This is a on time and this is a off time for the square wave. This is a on time and a off time for the square wave. Now, come to the 8051. In 8051, the frequency is, the frequency is, how much frequency is? 11.0592 megahertz. This is the frequency of, this is the frequency of 8051 or this is the frequency of 89C51RD2. Okay, this is the frequency of 89C51RD2. Now we have to calculate this time period. Now we have to calculate the frequency into the time period because we have to define the time delay for the 10 second for on, 10 second for off. So that we have to calculate the time period for the 8051. Okay, how we calculate the one here in 8051, one is T state, one T state time period, one T state or one byte, the T state are considered, the T state are considered is a 12. Okay. Or one machine cycle or one byte, the T state are considered as a 12. Okay. The 12 is nothing but the 12 time period. The 10 T-states are required for one machine cycle or one byte instruction. One byte instruction. One byte instruction, the 10 T-state is required 12. So the time period for the 8051 is nothing but the 12 T-states. So that we have to calculate the time period, so that we have to calculate the time for for 8051 is nothing but 11.0592 divided by 12. How much? How much? It is nothing but 921.66 kilohertz, because it is in megahertz. It is in megahertz. It is in megahertz. So answer of this 11.0592 megahertz divided by 12 is nothing but the 921.6 kilohertz. So this is the frequency we got for the one time period. This is the frequency we get one time or one T state. One T state. Okay, one T state. Are you able to understand this part? Are you able to understand this part? कळतंय का?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now we have to this T state is convert into the time period. So that 921.66 kilohertz is convert into the time period is nothing but 1 divided by this frequency. 1 divided by this frequency. So that the answer is nothing but 1.085 microsecond. Microsecond. How much? 1.085 microsecond. So that the conclusion is nothing but the 8051 one T state time period. The 8051 one T state time period is nothing but 1.085 microsecond. 1.085 microsecond. Now we have to calculate for the on time period. Now we have to calculate for the on time period. My on time period is 10 millisecond, and my microcontroller time T state time period is 1.085 microsecond. So I wanted to make the time period for the on time. so that I am going to define the on time period, divided by 8051 T time period. So that whatever my 10 millisecond is divided by 1.085 microsecond. 1.085 microsecond. So 10 millisecond divided by 1.085 microsecond, the answer will be, the answer is, what is the answer? The answer is nothing but 9216. 9216. 9216 is a total time period or total count for the on time. This is a total count for a on time. Now this is nothing but my decimal value. This is nothing but my decimal value. I wanted to make this decimal value into the hexadecimal value into the hexadecimal. This decimal value is converted into the hexadecimal value, that is nothing but DC00H. 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 This is the hexadecimal value. Okay. So I got the on time period, on time for a square wave. For a square wave. On time for a square wave. On time for a square wave. Now we are use the timer, which is considered as a timer 1. Timer 1. We are use the timer 1 in a mode 0. In a mode 0. So that we are define the T mode is considered the timer 1, so that we are considered T mode in a timer 1 mode 0, so that the T mode equal to 10H. So timer 1 mode 0, the T mode equal to 10H. Are you able to understand this part? Protega?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now, for the timer 1, we configure the T mode 10. Due to a timer 1, we are use the timer 1 register. Timer 1 register. Okay. So, to utilize the timer 1 register, we define the TL1 and TH1. TH1. Why? Because we are using the timer 1, so we require the register TL1 and TH1. Why these two required? Because we have to store this value. DC. So here DC is stored into the TH1. DC is stored into the TH1 and 00 is stored into the TL1. Are you understand this part? Why we taken this? Because we have to count up to a 10 second. We have to count up to a 10 second. So we required timer 1 register in TL1 and TH1. Okay, this is my requirement for the square wave. This is my requirement for the square wave. Now we have to write a program. Write a program for a 10 millisecond on and off time for the square wave. Now, how to write the program? Then org, first we have to write the program org00H. Next, we have to configure the timer, tmod register, tmod. How we define the tmod? Move tmod, comma, hash. What is the tmod value? Tmod value is 10. So we have to consider 10H here. Now, what we have to define? Move TL1, 00H. Why we are defining the TL1 equal to 00H? Because my hexadecimal count lower bit is 00. So I am going to define into the TL1. So move TL1 equal to hash 00H. Next, move th1 comma hash how much dc. Here is the alphabetical, so we have start with the 0 dch. Because of dc is goes to the higher byte in the timer 1 register. Next, what is the next? We have to define the timer 1 register set. So we have to bit set a bit timer 1 register TR1 set bit timer 1 register. Then jump bit J and B. Jump if bit is not set. Which bit is defined? That is a timer flag 1. Timer flag 1. Here is back. This back is comes to here. Back. Okay. Are you able to understand this part?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay. The next. And after one time period is completed, then we have to stop the timer. That is CLR TR1. We have to stop the timer. CLR TR1. Okay. Then after stopping, we have to make the complement of port. Which port we have to define? Take any one port. We have to define the port 2.3. Okay, that is a random port. So I am going to make the complement CPL port 2.3. Okay. Then after CLR TF1. Why it is required? Because we have to reassign this both timer value. We have to, why we require the CLR TF1? Because we have to reassign this value. Okay, once we have to define the flag is clear, then it reset this both counter time period. And then we have to take a in loop, that is infinite loop, as jump. As jump, that is again. As jump again. Where this as jump is again, here is as jump again. Okay? Okay? Are you understand this part?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Now we have to make the program. Now we have to make the program. We are closed all the program previously. Generate a new, that is the square wave. Okay, the square wave, save it, select the HTML, 89351 RD2. Okay, then it is overwrite program. Yes, it is overwrite. Then we define the target is created. Then we write a program. I am just going to make the copy this program. Copy. Okay, this is my program. I'm going to paste here, and last is considered as an end. Okay, save this file, close. Save this file, that is the square wave. Square wave 1.asm. Save it. So if any error is there, then remove that error. If suppose error is not there, then you can build this program. Before build this program, we have to add this file into my target. Where is my square wave 1? Add this program. Here is my program is there. Then build it. Is there any error? Yeah, there is no any error is there. There is no any error is there. So we have to debug this program, make the debug. Okay. So we have to get this debug and we require one logic analyzer to define the square wave. Okay. Here we have to make the setup. Which port we have to define? Which port we have to define? Which port?
P2.3.
Yes, port 2. It is port 2.3. Okay. And it is defined as a red mark. Then close it. Then we have to make the run this program. And after run this program, what happened? See, you can see here. It is a square wave. Are you able to understand this? Are you able to see this square wave? Red mark. दिसतंय का?
हो
Yes,
सर.
sir.
दिसतंय square wave?
Yes, sir.
Yes. कळालं? स्क्वेअर वेव्ह प्रोग्राम समजलं का? स्क्वेअर वेव्हचा प्रोग्राम
Yes, sir.
जर तुम्हाला दिसत नसेल तर सांगा, आपण वेगळं कलर घेऊया. वेगळा कलर कुठला घेताय तुम्ही? पिवळं दिसतंय का? ब्लू दिसतंय का बघू? ओके, क्लोज. दिसतंय आता ब्लू का रेडच चांगलं दिसतंय? दिसतंय का तुम्हाला?
हो सर दिसतंय.
दिसतंय ना? रेडच
हो
चांगलं
सर.
दिसतंय. ब्लू वेगळं दिसतं. रेडच चांगलं दिसतंय. आला स्क्वेअर वेव्ह? कळाला का प्रोग्राम?
हो सर.
Then you have to stop this debug, come out to the debug.